finding the original sampled tracks of things.
Yeah, this is so good. I'll put it on so you can hear it now. Ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's such a good tune, man. Gary Newman is fucking up there as a boy.
Innovate.
Right, my broadcast is live. Let's post this to the stream. Do you know what, as well, if there's any rain today, it's gonna be frustrating. I've not practiced in the rain at all.
But on this track it's a bit easier, I think, apart from those two right-handers, of course. Ooh.
Fade away. Has your WhatsApp stopped doing like the previews now? Like mine does it. You know how it used to be where you posted a link and it used to show you what the link was?
It does sometimes and not. Like for YouTube links, it's hit and miss. Weirdly.
Yeah, like it doesn't do anymore. We were so down. I like to have a glass of wine with my breakfast to calm me down for this. Is it annoying having music in the background? I can imagine it probably is.
I'm alright, I don't mind.
I've also been massively into soundtracks recently. So, Assault on Precinct 13 by John Carpenter. I love this song.
Is that the one? I haven't seen Precinct 13.
Oh mate, it's
There's
so good.
some really good 80s soundtracks though. Like I'm not a huge fan of 80s music. I say that, but there's loads of 80s tunes I like. But I think there's a lot of iterative shit.
Yeah, it's this tune, man. It's all Precinct 13s where they have like a high value prisoner, and then the guys try and then they like a load of criminals attack the police station to try and get them out. Oh, no one famous. It's like I think it's not. Yeah. Mate, I love John Carpenter. I think he's an unbelievably good, underrated director. Plus, as well, his soundtracks are always amazing. Like Big Trouble in Little China's got a brilliant soundtrack. Halloween has obviously got a brilliant soundtrack. This has got a brilliant soundtrack. The Thing as well. The Thing has got some proper tunes in it. Although I think that's Ennio Morricone. It's not actually him.
Well, anything with Ennio Morricone tends to be brilliant.
Yeah.
Chris Onwuzu's a massive fan of film soundtrack. He's one to talk to about. Oh, you know what I watched yesterday, which I would highly recommend, it's a film called Lucky, starring Harry Dean Stanton as a 90-year-old like bloke living in a small American town who's trying to come to terms with his mortality, the fact he might die.
I like Harry Dean Stanton, so I might check that out.
Yeah, it's honestly, it's the best thing I've ever seen him in, because he's 91 in the shooting of it, and when it was released in the month that he died. So it's obviously like
I didn't even realise he was dead.
Really close to his they're really close to his, like, probably what he was going through personally at the time. But the soundtrack on that is immense. There's this brilliant Johnny Cash song I'd never heard before, which is like amazing.
Yeah, I got time for Johnny Cash.
I've got loads of time for Johnny Cash.
Ring of Fire was like the soundtrack to Liverpool's Champions League victory in 2005, so that's got a place to my heart. Amazing. Well, apparently, they reckon Carragher's dad was like involved in it quite a lot. So every time they played away, they were listening to Ring of Fire before they kicked off.
Excellent.
got a place close to my heart.
I'm a big fan of motivating music as well, I think.
Yeah, same here. Oh yeah, definitely. Oh mate, I'm about to put it. I'm literally. I've done about 9 laps now on time trial. Every single one's been a 120.
Nice. I've just done my first 120 of the day. That's good.
Have you got a twitchy setup again?
It's not twitchy. It's just got really. It's got no downforce on the front, so it's quite hard to control. So basically, my exit from those 2 right-handed corners is what causes me problems because I'm down on the power too fast. But I'm getting better. It's just practice, isn't it? And actually getting it under your fingers just before the race is so important.
Yeah, completely. Yeah.
I'm having to self-isolate at the moment because I've got a temperature, which is annoying. My test should be arriving today, but I'm like, fuck's sake. I know it's not COVID, but...
I had my flu jab the other day.
Did you? I should be getting one because I've got asthma, but I never do.
Yeah, I get them free with work, so... I just literally have to just fill in a form and go to Boots. I gave the guy some career advice as well. Like, he was like, so I hope you don't mind me asking, but like, you know, what made you get a flu jab? And I was like, well, I work for an American company and they're big on us having flu jabs. I guess it's to make sure in the office. And he was like, oh, cool. Do you mind if I ask what you do? And I was like, yeah, I work in asset management. And he's like, oh, okay. So I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I studied to be a pharmacist, and I really hate being a pharmacist. And I really want to move careers, and I think that's kind of something which I wanted to do. So I ended up giving him like a half hour pep talk of how to do it. He was only like 24, so I was like, yeah,
that's a strange career move. I mean, it's not straight. No career move's strange, I suppose, but it's you wouldn't think. No, I wonder what appeals to him about asset management.
Well, no, he wants to get into finance essentially.
Ah, I see.
So yeah, but I was just like straight with him. I was like, mate, like if you've, you know, got a pharmacy qualification, whatever it is, like you're clearly a fucking smart guy. So just be prepared to take a couple of years like down salary, and you'll be all right. You'll be back up to it in no time. Like I did it when I moved from accounting to product development. Like, I had to take 2 years of a basic salary. It worked out.
It helps when you know what you want to do. My problem is I still don't know what I want to do when I grow up. So.
My dad was a dick, man. He was like, be an accountant. No matter what happens, they'll always have time for accountants. All right, Dad, thanks. And then when I fucking found out, I was like, this is the most boring job I've ever could imagine doing.
He's not wrong though, and a lot of people do go into accountancy because of that security.
Do you know what? It's amazing how many people who work in my industry, not even as financial people, have got ACCA or CIMA or ACA.
Yeah. Well, it's a good starting point for a lot of careers in finance, isn't it? Or even being at the top of business. Like, if you're going to be a CEO.
I was literally about to say the exact same thing. Like, most CEOs are chartered accountants.
Yeah.
Guys, I need some help, right? What is the Two Popes? Someone just sent me a message saying I just watched the Two Popes. It's amazing. I need to be able to reply to that. What is the Two Popes?
I haven't seen it. It's got who is that? It's got 2 British actors. Is it Jude Law? No.
No. It's not the guy from Game of Thrones, is it? The one who played the High Sparrow?
Yes, it is. It's him.
Yeah, I like him.
And then the other guy who was in Bridge of Spies, if you remember that.
Oh, Mark
Rylance. Yeah. I haven't watched it, so I don't know whether it's any good.
You've got to ask yourself, though, who's watching a film at 12:54? Well, sorry, just finishing a film at 12:54.
Someone who's hungover.
Nah, she's been up and been for a walk already. She sent me a picture of the beach. I said sorry to little man. I'm on the wrong chorus. Damn it.
What time are we on? 5 minutes.
Yeah, Ben wants to practice in silence. I think he's scared of his teammate today.
You've been beating him though, haven't you, on this track? So.
Yeah, he admitted the other day that he thinks that we're the same level now, which that's big from him to admit that.
It's not some long game, mind game.
Nah, so I basically told him that he needs to stop calling me Bottas and upgrade me to Rosberg if he wants me as his teammate, and he did.
I like his self-deprecating Nick Hamilton. It's quite funny.
Oh, you weren't there for the stag do, were you? So we dressed him as Lewis Hamilton in a jumpsuit, right?
I've seen the pictures.
And then I went up to the thing. I was like, "Oh, I'm really, really sorry, but my friend's just injured himself walking. Can we have a wheelchair?" And she was like, "Have you booked one?" I was like, "No." And she's like, "Well, look, you do realise you need to do this." And I was like, "Oh, okay." She was like, "Are you guys in a stag do?" And I was like, No, we're just like a load of guys just got a holiday together." She was like, "Okay, I'm going to look away now for about 2 minutes. If you want to walk off with a wheelchair, you can do that, and no one will, and you won't be in trouble." I was like, safe. So then we put me in a wheelchair and we're playing the you know, the Fleetwood Mac, The Chain, through the airport on a fucking boombox.
That's hilarious.
And then the best part, which is absolutely massively embarrassing, right? We had to put him in the elevator to go down to the next floor, and an actual real handicapped person was in the elevator coming out of it, and Rassan went, "Oh, look, Ben, a real one."
Oh my god! Oh my god, that's so awful. Hello,
do you remember that? Ben,
I can't find the league, guy. Is there an email?
Ben, it should be an it should it won't be an email. It'll be in your the game email, right?
Yeah, there's nothing in there.
Right, let me jump on the league.
Oh, Ben, do you remember that one? Hey, look. When we were at the airport, you're in a wheelchair. Hey, look, Ben, a real one.
Oh my god, that was Ras, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So it was one of the most embarrassing moments of my life.
Yep. I can imagine your face. Did you have your head in your hand?
Oh, mate, we've got the reaction like, somewhere.
He doesn't mean it.
I know.
Stupidity.
It's just
yeah. It's just dumb.
Mouth moment, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh man, we got the reaction. I'll dig the picture out and send it to you. There's literally like Ben's got his fucking like his head in his hands. Like, oh my god, I can't believe someone just said that. And,
right.
And she was a proper real one as well. Like, I'm not even like a half one.
I've just invited you.
Safe boys.
Safe
Jerry.
Oh man, you're alright.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you.
How's everyone feeling today?
Good.
Feeling good, man. I'm feeling good.
Yeah.
I don't love Monza, but I've put some good laps here.
Have you? I'll be honest, mate. I've not practiced once since last Sunday when we had that little session.
Really?
I'm not feeling confident. I've not had time.
You're in trouble, man. You'll be looking for a top 10, I reckon, if with no practice.
But Jerry, you're a pro these days, man.
Nah, man. I don't like Monza anyway. Last week I was like, I'm not really feeling this. Ball.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan, but you get used to it.
Danny's closest.
Danny likes it.
No, I've been smoking him